on the card game online. So one of the things we're doing is we just finished off with states. So I wanted to show you one of the decks that we saw at states. So this is the Rayboar deck, combination of Rayquaza and Emboar. So we're playing Twitsit Kid, no idea who that is. They appear to be playing some kind of Evee based deck. I'm wondering if Evee, Garbodor, they've got Silver Mirrors to prevent plasma attacks, a lot of different stuff. So it's some kind of Evee deck. So they don't have a basic. So since they don't have a basic, they draw again. Still don't have a basic. Still seeing all the Eevees. They've got Hue. Each player either draws or discards, so he has 5. That's to cut your opponent's hand down. Silver Mirror, so prevent the plasma from attacking, and they still don't have a basic. So that's a second mulligan. Alright, so they appear to have a basic. We, of course, had a basic. So we'll put down our Rayquaza EX, which is the key to our deck. So since our opponent had no basic, and then we had to draw a new hand, for each one they had to do, we have the option to draw a card. Yes, they did it twice, and we'll go ahead and draw 2 cards. And since we landed the heads, or the tails, or wherever that went, we can always check here. So he flipped a coin, it was heads, he must have chosen tails, so I chose to go first. So the idea of this deck is you get the Tepix out to get Emboar going. Emboar has the ability Inferno Fandango, which allows you to attach as many fire energies as you like from your hand to your Pokemon in any way. And one of the keys to this deck also is that you have tropical beaches to help you keep drawing into it and to get your Tepix out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let's get a look through our deck. So we're going to Ultra Ball, and I'm going to get the 2 fires. Let's see how many Tepix stuff we have in our deck. It's happened before. So this is a standard Rayboar build that I saw out there being played. Although not everybody had computer search, some had the dowsing machine. I have the computer search at this point, but standard. You've got your Rayquazas, Tepix. They've got the Fennekin, Braixen, Delphox. So Delphox has the ability and once during your turn, you draw him till you have 6 cards in your hand, which is very nice because he doesn't have to be active to do it. He can be sitting on your bench. We have Reshiram in here for the guys who don't allow EXs to attack, like Suicune and Sigilyph. So we've got a whole combination here. So we've got 1 Tepix, so we better hurry up and just choose something before we run out of time. Alright, so we got a Tepix. We put Tepix on the bench. Let's see. Don't want to get rid of the energy retrieval, but I might go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put a tropical beach down. I'm going to Ultra Ball again, and I'm going to get rid of the tropical beach because I don't think they're playing a stadium with this. They might be playing Frozen City or something, but we've got another tropical beach if we need to. So we'll see. Or you know what? No, actually, let's keep the tropical beach. Let's Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of Juniper. No, let's cancel that. Think about this again. Let's go ahead and do energy retrieval and get the 2 fires we put away because that's why I put them away. Sorry, I confused myself. Now I'm going to Ultra Ball, and I'm going to get rid of one of the fires, and I'm going to get rid of the Juniper because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end after this. I don't really care what they have in their hand. I'm just trying to get Pokemon that I need. So let's see. I wonder if they've got catchers. I'm not really sure if they're playing catchers, but I'm going to go ahead and get another Tepix out just to make sure, in case they are, that I can have a Tepix to evolve on my next turn. I have a fire energy. I don't really need to attach. I really would love to get an electric on him. So I'm going to go ahead and end. We each draw as many prizes we have left. There we go. We got the electric. Got another Ultra Ball. We got the Skyla. So we're set to get that Emboar in the next turn. And then we got our Superior Energy Retrieval. So we're not in bad shape. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach the electric to Rayquaza. Remember, we can't attack because we're the very first turn. Let's see. What do we got? Nothing there. So we don't want to do Super Rod. We don't want to go ahead and do the Ultra Ball. just in case. They say, oh, you got the Emboar, you must have the candy, you're going to do that. So let's go ahead and just do Tropical Beach for 2. And when you do Tropical Beach, it ends your turn automatically. So you drop to, you have 7 cards, it ends your turn, and it's now your opponent's turn. So they're playing an Evee deck. So the good thing about an Evee deck is all their Pokemon have low HP. So I don't really need to get more than 2 fires on Rayquaza at any point. In fact, since their Pokemon really can't do a whole lot of damage, because like Leafeon is based on the number of energy I have in play, which I'll never have a lot of energy in play, because Rayquaza's Dragon Burst forces me to discard my energies to do the damage, and I'm not going to place energies on Tepig, Emboar, that. It'll just be the Rayquazas, or if I have to get the Reshiram, it'll be that. So there just won't be a lot of energy in play. The Flareon, its attack is 20 plus as many Pokemon has in its discard, so they're going to have to do a lot of discarding of Pokemon to do 170 damage to Rayquaza. So this will be interesting to see what they're doing. So my opponent's thinking, because remember, we end their hand away, and they're looking, and they drew their cards, so they're looking probably to see, okay, what can we do to get going against this guy? What can I do to get the Tepics up? Or what can I do to get myself set up for another turn? Some of these decks actually will have Garbodor in them also. So that would be something to do, because that would prevent me from using the Inferno Fandango for Emboar. But like I said, it's low HP, it's not a big deal to be doing the Fandango, because you're only going to need 2 fires attached to Rayquaza to knock out Evee. So with this build, I've got only 2 electrics. I've got 9 or 10 fires. I'm playing 4 superior energy retrievals and 1 energy retrieval. I've got the Delphox, a 1/1/1 Delphox line in here, because I want to make sure to use my rare candies for the Emboar. And my opponent stalled me out, so we really didn't get anywhere with this. So, yep, he ran out of time. He was not happy with what was going, so obviously he had nothing. So, you know what? Let's try to get another quick game going before we end the video. Let's see if we can get someone else who will play us a longer game. Toro Rosso 89. Alright, let's see what he's got. So we chose heads, tails. It's not asking if I want to go first, so I'm assuming he's going first. I've got 2 Tepics from a basic. That's good. So I'm starting out with, Tepics. Oh, 1 Tepic, sorry. So I'm starting out good with play. So, he let me go first. He appears to be playing some kind of fairy deck. So the cool thing with the fairy deck is, he's going to probably have Aromatisse. He's going to have the Xerneas EX possibly, and that's going to allow him to attach fairy energies quickly and get his Xerneas EX or whatever loaded. So, alright, so here we go. Fennekin. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these tropical beaches up there. I'm going to, but I really don't want to get rid of that energy retrieval. But I want to get another Tepig or something, and I really don't want to deal with the Fennekin. So I'm going to Ultra Ball. I'm going to get rid of Fennekin. I'm get rid of the Tropical Beach, and hope he doesn't replace it with one of the Fairy Guard type things that allow you to retreat your Fairy. If it has a Fairy energy, retreat for free. So my thought here is to get my Tepics going. Get another Tepig. So I've got something to evolve. And now I'm going to end. Now you're like, well, you don't know what he has. You know what? I want to make sure I have stuff to get myself. So I'm going to go ahead and end. Alright, well that was actually a pretty good end. I'm in good shape for my next turn because I've got an Ultra Ball to get the Emboar. I've got Rayquaza EX to start attaching to. And I've got the Skyla for the rare candy. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and attach that energy to Rayquaza. And then I'm going to Tropical Beach, which Tropical Beach is a great card because since we can't attack on the first turn anyway, when we use it, we draw till we have 7 cards in our hand. And then we end our turn. So I'm assuming he's going for Spritzy. So he's playing the Aromatisse. Aromatisse has the ability for you to be able to move all your fairy energies around as often as you like, kind of like Hydreigon with the dark energies. Opponent's enemy, still in good shape. And whoa, look at this. We got Pikachu. Wow, we got a whole collection. And there's the Xerneas EX he's going to attack with. And he did Tropical Beach for 7. So one of the things I hate about the Stadium card, it helps your opponent. I hate that. So, but we'll have to live with it. And the cool thing was, we got the Emboar, so we don't need to worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to rare candy, tap Emboar and tap it. Yes, we want to do that. You're like, well, why are you doing it to the one on the bench? Well, I want to make sure that he's out of danger of me. Get that set up right away. You sometimes make mistakes, so it's important to do the things you could do. I mean, it doesn't affect. I'm going to do that either way, and eventually I'm going to get to Juniper. So my next thing, I'm going to do a computer search. I'm going to get rid of Tropical Beach, and I'm gonna, let's see, get rid of fire energy. See, I'm never going to get to use that retrieval, so I'm going to get rid of the fire energy. Doesn't really matter. Could have attached it. Probably not a good choice. But I need to get the switch so I can get that. I want to get that Tepig out of there. And I'm going to Juniper anyway, so I'm going to switch. I want to move that Rayquaza up there. I want to try to get that Xerneas if I can. Good thing for him is Xerneas. I'm going to put 3 energies. 3 fire, or, well, I only don't have 3 lightning. Lightning is the one that helps me use the fire for Dragon Burst. You discard all your basic fire or basic electrics. You do 60 times the damage. So, alright, so I don't want to do anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Juniper, knowing I got rid of my energy retrieval. That's the reason a lot of people like to have the dowsing machine instead of the computer search, but it kind of worked out that way for us. So, I'm going to go ahead and Inferno Fandango to Rayquaza. Put Tepig down, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a Tropical Beach. Just trying to get some cards in my hand. Need to get an electric. One of the good things I have is I have a professor's letter in here. So that'll allow me to get the electric I need to attack. So there's the Aromatisse. Did he get an energy? Yep, he has an energy. Now he's going to Geomancy. He replaced my Tropical Beach. That's cool. Ooh, Colress. He's going to get big Colress here. Colress, you draw as many cards as there are cards in play. He's got Slurpee. Each of your Pokemon that has any fairy energy can't be affected by special conditions. You won't have to worry about it with this deck because we don't do special conditions. Alright, so he went and did Geomancy. Take a fairy energy up to 2 and attach them to separate Pokemon. So he attached one to a regular Xerneas, one to a Xerneas EX on his deck. So, let's see. At this point, we can probably we'll go after the Xerneas. So, let's see. We got nothing in there. So, I'm going to go ahead and do Skyla. And I'm going to Skyla for that professor's letter, which hopefully is in here. There it is. Professor's letter replaced Energy Surge because instead of 1, you get 2. So that's sweet. So we'll do Professor's letter. And we will get, I'm going to go ahead and get 2 electrics. And try to retrieve the other one for my, when I get the, if I get another Rayquaza EX out. Alright. So it's offering me, so that's what I have in my discard. So I'm going to attach to Rayquaza. And then we're going to, and this is tough, we're only going to get 1 prize, but we need 3 to take out Xerneas. So we're going to Dragon Burst. And so we're going to discard the fires, do 180 and knock out Xerneas. Use up another Xerneas. We got energy retrieval. That'll help us. He's also playing Professor's Letter to get to fairy, basic fairy energies. Didn't see a lot of people playing the straight fairy deck. We have a fairy deck that we've played. We have a video with it out there. So, oh, he's going to end us. End himself. Let's see what we get out of this. That's not very good for us. So we get another Professor's Letter. Did 100 to us. Okay, So, let's see. We don't have a way to get a rare candy to put another Embor up. We can get another Rayquaza going. So why don't we do that? So let's go ahead and Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of Embor. And let's get rid of the Tool Scrapper because I don't think he's going to have anything we need to worry about scrapping at this point. And let's get another Rayquaza EX. So I'm going to go ahead and put Rayquaza out. I'm going to go ahead and put Reshiram out. And I'm going to go ahead and move out the Reshiram. Switch up for the Reshiram because the good thing for him is if I can get 2 energies, I do. He has Outrage, 10 for each damage counter on this. So if this guy does 100, I can do 120 back to him with just two fires that I could Fandango if I can get them. So we'll do a switch. And we don't have the Tropical Beach, unfortunately, so we'll just end our turn. That was a good end for him. Got rid of stuff that really would have helped us. But that's part of the game, and is a very powerful card. At last year's Nationals, I only needed to win one of my last 2 matches, and one I was up 1. I had 1 prize left. My opponent had 6 with a Blastoise deck, very similar to this deck. You just load it up and blow away your guys, and he was able to end me down to one card, and I never was able to recover. So that's interesting. He did. He brought up Raichu, which I'm sure he has in there because Yveltal and Lugia are weak to electric, so you can take care of that. So this attack does 20 times the number of your bench Pokemon. So he had 4, so it did 80 damage to Reshiram. So he's pretty much going to knock out Reshiram because there's nothing I could do at this point. So I'm just going to end my turn. The good thing is, though, whatever he brings up, we'll be able to knock out with Rayquaza because we'll be able to do the superior energy retrieval. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's put an undamaged Rayquaza up there. Oh, that was a mistake. No, that wasn't a mistake. I should be good for that. So really there's nothing we could do at this point. Yeah, because we'd have lost the other one. And energy retrieval to get 1 fire. Yeah, we're kind of stuck at this point until we can get a supporter card to draw, and we don't have our tropical beaches, so could put a Tepig up there to die if we wanted to, but let's go and just end our turn. And when I said Tepig, we could just do the retrieval, get the 1 fire, attach it to a crazy and retreat him, but at this point I think that's a big deal. He's got Xerneas ready to, he's getting ready to do an X-Blast. The only problem is it only does 140. So unless he's somehow got hypnotic lasers and Verbank Gem, he's not going to be doing that. So, alright, well, we're not getting anywhere with this quick. So at this point, let's go ahead and do energy retrieval. Let's get rid of these 2. Get the fire back. Get 3 fires back. 4 fires. Did I miss? Oh, did I have a glitch where I couldn't see them? I don't like that. Alright. So we'll be able to take out Raichu. So we'll Inferno Fandango to him. Inferno Fandango 1. Inferno Fandango another to him. We're going to go ahead and retreat the other Rayquaza. Move up this guy. He's got the electric on him. Attach to him. We didn't need to Fandango. And then we'll attack and we'll do Dragon Burst. Get rid of our fire and we'll do 120 knockout Raichu. So that was a bad miss on my part. I didn't look at my discard carefully. Thought I had, but I didn't see it. Alright, well we didn't get a draw card. May not matter. We're just barely keeping ourselves alive short term. So he's doing Superior Energy Retrieval to get his fairies back too. Here too, Skyla. What's he skyling for? It's a sweet little deck. I like the fairy deck, moving everything around. Alright, he's getting experience share. That's not a bad idea. And he knocks out my Rayquaza. Farewell, Rayquaza. Alright, I'm going to put up a Tepig. Because I don't want to start giving away prizes I don't have to. I'm going to put up Rayquaza. I'm going to put the electric on him. I'm going to try to avoid using the other Rayquaza except to retreat if I need to. Nothing I can do. No Tropical Beach. He's got that guy with free retreat, so I'm going to end my turn. Okay. Well, something must have happened to my opponent. We won, even though we shouldn't have, and we were going nowhere. Somehow we won the match. That's the beauty of the online game. People could disconnect or get bored or not do what they're doing. So, obviously, he either thought I had a better hand or something and just let it sit there. So, damage dealt, 300, 480. He was pretty steady. The energy played. He played more trainers. I mean, he was doing more. We were sitting there, those last turns without a supporter to play. So, went quite a few turns there without having a supporter to play. So, you can go through the game log, check and see what you did with it. See what your opponent did. Looks like this game log's kind of messed up. It's got the same thing over and over again. So it's part of also the beauty of it. So, alright, well, so you've seen 2 matches tonight, and hopefully you've learned something. So Rayboar, I mean, was a good deck. If a lot of Garbodor out there, and the Garbodor prevents, that Inferno Fandango from happening. So, got to look for that. But got to have the only 3 tool scrappers, so you got to have the tool scrappers at the ready. I actually think I should have had the dowsing machine, like I saw most Rayboars in here. I think that would have been good. What else? It's important. You got to take if you're going to play against this deck, you need to get the Tepics out of there. So you need to have the catchers, or you need to have the way to be able to bring them up, like attaching the plasma to Genesect EX. Those are one of the ways to do it. And very similar to this in the Blastoise. I mean, Tepic for these, Squirrels for those. Get those out of there. Your opponent can't do the energy attaching. But then again, once these decks do get going, they're pretty hard to stop because they can just keep getting that energy back. Superior Energy Retrieval, Energy Retrieval, even Professor's Letters. Maybe I'd put 2 Professor Letters in here so I could, get the energies more from my deck right away if I get the Inferno Fandango. So, but, both of those are like the first match where they had the Eevees. Inferno Fandango was not that important because they had low HP, as you would have seen if we ever got to play that whole game. And with this, it's important. So, not sure what happened, but the opponent went away. So, Toro Rosso, thank you for a win, even though I wasn't sure it was going to be a win since I wasn't drawing. So, hope you learned something, and hope you watch our next video. Have a good night, and we'll see you at the next Pokemon tournaments.